We have it on the FTP site. The information is on the table. You can download the video straight from the FTP site. If you have your laptop, the guys in the back can get it for you with no problem also.
So I ran upstairs for nothing? Okay. There.
Hey, what was the score that Florida State was it 7? Hey, what was the score that Georgia Florida State was it 5-4? Thank you.
Just a second to the part that I was writing about how many hits Auburn finished. Good timing, Tyler. New video.
Oh, really?
I don't know, ask him.
No, I won't know. They don't shoot me.
He'd be the one with the gun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot less trouble than just down.
Not do it.
Yeah.
9 hits.
9 hits.
Saw somebody walk in the room.
Do what? Yeah.
Is it too late to take the sunglasses back?
If he has his glasses, if he has his glasses with him, he won't have them on. He'll take it off when he get in here when he sit down. He'll take them off when he sit down.
Oh. They all come in here at once. Is that how it works, the whole thing? They got. Oh, no, yeah. I was thinking about the race they're playing. I saw Maurice. Thanks. Have you ever seen 4 hit batters in that inning before? In one
No,
inning?
but here's, okay, if I would have told you in the first inning, Auburn's gonna get hit by a pitch 4 times.
And Emily Carroll.
And Emily Carsoni isn't one of them, would you have taken that bet?
The run is that is, will she get hit, period.
Oh, yes,
And that's just how many times.
yeah, I mean, really, today's actually not an official game, because she didn't get hit.
80
And so they,
Jesus Christ.
Whitney Jordan got beaten in the head so hard, and I have never seen a girl so excited to get hit.
Just get in the head. She was like,
Mind you, her walk-up music during the year was Disturbed, Down with the Sickness, if that says anything. You're gonna go with some metal then?
And I don't think you should stand in the baseline.
Oh, she was.
Carsoni's
Mhm.
threatening off the road.
tough kid, man.
she stole it. She stole it when they had the NFCA press conference, so I don't have one. So she's blank until she brings it back to me. That would be Casey Cooper.
4 at-bats, no hit, and of course 3 runs.
That's literally probably the most rebel thing she has ever done in her life.
I don't think she. I don't think she knew. I don't. I think once I tell her, she'll probably bring it back with no problem. I just.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it until I was going through them yesterday. I said, wait a minute.
You know how you could
I said I'm missing someone.
Well, and then
Take a
also
magic
too,
marker and
like, I think the SEC lets them keep them. Like,
Well, I will. They can have once we're done. I just need it until we're done, though.
yeah.
I just need it until we're done. Just let's make it to the end. I just need it to the end. I just
She
need it.
actually looked at me yesterday and goes, am I allowed to keep this? I'm like, I don't know, Casey.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had to stop the girls from Florida State from taking theirs. They were ready to get them. I said, I just need them to the end. Y'all can have one when we're done. Like, they're yours. It's your name. You can have it. I promise. I promise you can have your name. I just need it until the end. After that, it's all yours. Go crazy. And I will make mention to the young lady without a name tag, because she still has it.
Thank you. So can Auburn still, Auburn had to lose today and win tomorrow and played Alabama.
No, no, no. If Alabama beats Oklahoma and then loses to Michigan, and Auburn beats Georgia tomorrow, then Auburn and Alabama can play on Sunday. And I just got the head nod. Yes, because Alabama would have done the win-loss thing, and they would
Oh,
move up
that's
into
right,
this.
so that they switch and then we, but they can't play in that first,
I love how much sense this whole tournament makes.
Right?
but they can't play in that first split.
Yes, they're off. They can go off.
I'll let her know though.
Casey, you're here.
You check your name.
Yeah.
We don't.
You took your thing?
Yeah.
She has it? Good job, Coop.
You're welcome. You gotta keep things interesting. That's just on it, right?
How's my singing debut? Do you believe in life?
I was seeing myself today. I don't have to share that.
I'm on top of the world. I'm on top. Let's go, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Once again, I'm to remind everyone that we don't record anything. If you need copies of the interviews, we have the FCP site information over on the table as well as posted near the door. Okay? At this time, we have Auburn University on the podium. We have head coach Clint Myers, student athlete Kaylee Carson, student athlete Emily Carasoni. I wrote it down. Student athlete Jade Rhodes and student athlete Casey Cooper. Coach, we'll open up with general comments from you about the game, and then we'll open it up for questions.
I thought we played very well. I thought this young lady to my right did an outstanding job. I had one little hiccup there in the middle, but again, it's about how you finish. She composed herself, went out there, and threw zeros the rest of the way. I thought, we followed the Auburn plan. We played great defense, no errors, minimal amount of walks, and great pitching in a circle, and we surely had timely hitting. So again, those are the things that we talk about and we preach about every day. So we're very excited about where we are. Excuse me. We played a very good UCLA ball club, and to come out on top, we're real excited.
All right, at this time, we'll open up for questions. If you just raise your hand, and they'll bring a mic over to you. Nice young lady in the front.
2 questions. First for Coach, have you ever seen a first inning like that? And then the second question to Emily, did you feel left out that you weren't getting hit by the pitches?
Let Emily go first.
No. Yeah.
It was an unusual inning, but again, it is, what we do. We take advantage of what they give us. If they're going to throw it in the box, we're going to get it. I mean, it's pretty simple. We did what we needed to do in that first inning, and it was a very good first inning for us because of the fact that we executed timely hitting and taking advantage of what they gave us.
Yes, Coach, wanted to ask about the 6th inning with Howard tracking down the fly ball. Had that got away from her, that could have been a rallying point for UCLA. How big do you feel like that was in the 6th inning?
Oh, we work daily on trying to make things exciting, so we tried to explain wants to be a vet, and so we talk to her daily that a straight line is the shortest distance between 2 points. But again, the wind took the ball a lot more than what she'd anticipated, and but when you got Tiffany Howard in left field, she's going to catch most of the things. She almost made a phenomenal catch in that dive. She came here, she was charging in on. So though it was unusual, the out still was recorded, and that's usually what happens with Tiffany out there.
Jade, does a hit by pitch hurt a little bit less when it brings in a run?
Yes and no. I mean, it was a changeup that I got hit on, but it was my only hit by pitch all year, so I really haven't felt a ball hit my body all year, so I really didn't know what it felt like.
You should see the whelp on her leg.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
How different does it feel to come out with a win as opposed to last year where you lost your first game and kind of had your backs against the wall right away?
We'll start with Casey at the end.
Oh, thanks for that. I think it's definitely different because we came in with experience this year, and I was talking to Jade in the middle of the game. I said, how different is it this year? Because we were here last year, and we were playing a little nervous, and this year none of our hearts were racing. We've been here before, and we're excited. We came in with a plan, we came in with a goal, and we executed that plan. So we're excited that we're 4 games away. We're 4 wins away from winning the national championship.
Kaylee, they've all been here before. You haven't. Was it different for you when you went out there than usual?
I wouldn't say it was different than usual. I'm usually pretty nervous before every game, and that has nothing to do with where we are or the fans in the stands. That's just in myself. So I think that going out in the first inning and having to be such a good inning and ending it with a double play just to start the game off just kind of relaxed me and made me depend on my team.
Coach, Auburn, 2 appearances in the Women's College World Series. Both years you take down UCLA, one of the most storied programs in softball. Is that kind of a microcosm or symbolism of what you're trying to achieve here at Auburn?
Yes. What we're trying to do is establish a legacy that, Auburn University belongs at the College World Series every year. It's just like what you were talking about with UCLA, with Arizona, with Alabama, with Florida, with, all of the other teams that are here, Oklahoma, that are here year in, year out. We want people to believe that Auburn is the team that's going to be here as well. So even though we're in the infancy of our legacy, these young ladies to my right have clearly started something very special that we plan to continue in the future.
Jade, this is the second time in a very short time span that you have made a probably single turn into a double. Just where you are looking at and how you're able to see that you're able to stretch a play like that and ended up being a big one because you ended up scoring and probably wouldn't have if you would have been on first.
I mean, we work on it every day, and I think when we work on it with our defense, they push us and they make it harder for us to get to second. And I mean, it's kind of our read ourselves, and the coach is saying, like open wider. But I mean, you just got to go for it. It's either you make it or you don't. You just got to make the read yourself. So it's pretty exciting when you can get in a scoring position on a single.
Clint, swept Georgia at home, a couple of close games. How different is it to be playing somebody that you're that familiar with in this event?
Again, it's about us going out and taking care of what we do. We tell the girls, in fact, we just finished visiting in the locker room, and we got to play the game. We got to play the game. The coaches will take care of the strategy about Georgia and the matchups and things like that. But what you got to do is have your quality at bats. You got to take care of the things that you have complete control over. And we beat them 3 times. We swept them at home, and so it's we know what we need to do. And again, on those days, in those games, we did exactly what we had planned when going into it. So it's about execution. It's about playing Auburn softball and making it happen. We know what our strengths are. We know what we need to do in order to win, and I'm feeling pretty good about these young ladies to my right.
Let's get back to the first inning for Jade and Casey. They say hitting's contagious. I don't want to say getting hit by pitch is contagious, but can you feed off it the same way? What was it like for you guys watching that unfold?
Casey.
Quality at bats are contagious. So when we started off the game and Tiff started it off, we got her at first base. The next goal is to get her to second. How can we do that? Well, to have a quality at bat. We wanted to force the pitchers to make the pitches and the strike zone. Our goal was to get a pitch that we could handle and that we could drive. So ultimately, it's have a quality at bat, and quality at bats are contagious because when you see people in front of you having success, you feel more confident and you go to the bat more confident.
I mean, we always say just find a way on, whether it's bases loaded or runners at first or even no one on. Find a way on if that means getting hit by a pitch and getting bruises or putting the ball in play and making them make plays. That's really what our motto is just find a way on.
Are there any other questions? If not, Auburn plays Georgia tomorrow at 6 p.m. Coach, again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here you go. You can have this, Coach. Oh, great. Thanks. Ladies, somebody left their phone.
Somebody left the phone.
Oh, I didn't realize the phone. My bad. Never mind.
Somebody before you.
They would have been after. What are you doing with a phone up here? This is where she was born.
No, Juanita was literally born at this time last year.
We just got 3. So you want to take one out? 3 players. 3 total. Oh, okay. So this is what it is. All right. Let's take this chair out. Good afternoon. At this time, we have UCLA on the dais. To my right, we have Coach Inoue Perez, student-athlete Paige McDuffie, and student-athlete Misha Sadaraka. At this time, we get general comments from Coach, and then we open up for questions.
Well, that wasn't our game plan coming in for game one, but I can simply say this. In the beginning of the tournament, I mentioned it's the team that is able to settle in and play their game the quickest that is going to be the most successful. We didn't play our game today, but the best thing that we have going is it is a double elimination tournament. We do have the ability to fight back, and I have great faith in this team, the individuals, coaches, staff. I have great faith that we're going to be able to pull together and play our game, and when that happens, you're going to be able to see UCLA softball. I'm excited for that.
All right, questions?
Kelly, with everything that's led your team here, were you surprised how they started in the first inning?
Nothing about this year has been easy. We've dealt with a lot of adversity, so surprised would never be a word I would use with this team. The most impressive part of 2016 is not what happens, but what they do next. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to be able to see what we do next. This team has been very resilient. This team hasn't been perfect. This team is here as a top 8 team because they fought their way to get here. So I believe that with your backs against the wall is when you kind of kick in with experience, and our program has experience in this position. We have lost the first game, and we've gotten to the championship, and we've actually won it. So it is possible. You have to be able to put yourself in a position to understand how you're going to get there, and that's all I talked about. Where we are is we dropped game one. Where we're going to go is we're going to get after the next one, and our plan is to be able to do it together, and I have great belief that we will.
And Paige, what was it kind of like taking over there in the first inning? Like, what were the kind of emotions on the field? What was the vibe of your teammates?
Like always, just trying to take it pitch by pitch. We didn't really get the outcome that we wanted, but we're just going to keep our same process and get after it the next time.
Paige, does it get in your head after you hit a batter and then you've seen other batters be hit in the first inning? Just does that kind of add to the pressure of throwing your pitch?
No, I try to just separate everything, so move on to the next pitch. If something happens, then I'm 100% into the next pitch.
Misha, your home run wasn't enough to kind of serve as a rallying point for this game, but is it something that you can use kind of moving forward against Florida State too?
Just all around, it just wasn't the greatest game. I got the hit. We're just kind of gonna take learn from what happened today, take it and move on to the next game, because that's all we can do now.
Coach, is there anything you could even explain how you could start a game like that? I know it's probably difficult to do, but I'm just curious.
Explain?
How you start a game like that.
Have you ever played? Yeah. So those are those things that happen that are inexplainable. What we've done is prepare. And literally success is preparation. When preparation meets opportunity, we didn't prepare for the game to go that way, but in athletics, sometimes those things happen. Like I say, the most important thing is not what happens, but it's what you do next. And you got to learn how to have a short-term memory. Ugly, straight up. Explaining it, I believe my pitchers and my players are better. As far as being in athletics, you've got to be in control so you can execute what you came here to do. And like I said, I'm going to continue to say it. I believe, and they know, there's no need to be Captain Obvious. We did not come out and play our game. There is no reason to look backwards. We've got to be able to figure out what we're going to do next and fully commit to that and take the game one pitch at a time. We're here because we've done that. And like I said, I'm excited to be able to get out there again.
Coach, you talk about what's up next. You got Florida State up next. Another team that didn't really get to play its game plan, 7 errors in its game. What do you take from kind of watching them play against Georgia, and what do you expect to see from them tomorrow?
I think the best part about it is I've been on this stage for so long as a player, as an assistant, as a head, and what happens is irrelevant. It's the team that continues to battle. It's a double elimination tournament for that reason. You can have an off game and still be a champion, but you better get really committed to what you're going to do next. So it's absolutely possible. But the best thing that I love about this, and a big part of why I wanted all of them to get out there and play, is feel it. And I told them, in a week, I want you to be able to look back on this tournament and have no regrets. So you got to go for it, and that's athletics. You got to be able to fully commit to what you're doing. You got to go for it and hope that your preparation, when that opportunity comes, is going to pay out, so that it leads to success. And that's all we can do. But as athletes, you're here on the stage. You got to go for it. You got to enjoy this opportunity to be a top 8 team and have that chance to win a championship. So it's not over. Florida State, UCLA, we're backs against the wall. I expect an absolutely outstanding game because we're playing to be able to continue our season. But we're going to play it one pitch at a time.
Coach, having played Auburn the last 2 years, can you compare this Auburn team with last year's Auburn team?
No. Last year was last year. This year was this year.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you.
Misha, did you sense any jitters or any kind of butterflies from yourself or your teammates before the game or kind of as the first inning continued on?
I don't think it was jitters or butterflies. I just think we just didn't come out how we wanted to. It's, like Coach said, it happens. And we, like I said, we learn from that and we're moving on to the next game.
Coach,
yeah.
As the only Pac-12 team in the tournament, do you feel like there's some added pressure on you because of that to win?
Not at all. This is not about conferences. This isn't about pressure. This is about an opportunity to be able to have a chance to win a championship. So I want my Bruins, and I want, my hope watching this and being a part of this is to be able to, your goal is to be able to play your best when your best is needed. And it doesn't matter where you're from or how you got here, you're here. So I want you to look at this opportunity. I want my Bruins to look at this opportunity as an outstanding experience and have no regrets. It may not be perfect, but you better go for it and stick together. That's what college athletics is all about. And it teaches you about those things that you're going to face in the real world when it's not a game. Right now, it's just a game. It's a fun game. Where we came from, I'm proud of the Pack because they prepared us to be able to get us to this moment. But I think for right now, we're representing UCLA softball, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
For Paige and for Misha, to hear your coach talk like this and how kind of fired up she is now and saying that this is not over for you guys yet, what does that do for you guys just as players out on the field?
Paige.
I think it just exudes confidence. We all know, like I keep saying, we just take it pitch by pitch, and like Coach said, we have to have a short-term memory, and we know our backs are against the wall, and we just have to fight and string together and just go for it. So it just gives us confidence, and we just know we have to go for it.
Misha.
I honestly forgot the question. Sorry.
Just to hear the kind of confidence that your coach has in you guys moving forward with this game, what does that do for you as a player?
Coach always has confidence in us, and we're just gonna take that. We've been in this position before, like drop the first game, so we're just gonna come back tomorrow, get a good workout in, come Saturday, and go for it. That's all we can do.
All right. If there are no further questions, UCLA will play Florida State on Saturday at 11 a.m. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you, Coach.